I'm 28, and 3 months ago, I stood in a lace dress that hugged me too tight, clutching Mark's hand like it was the only thing tethering me to the earth, thinking this was my day. The one I dreamed of since I was a kid watching my parents. Marriage crack apart. ... We tied the knot in a barn just outside town, the kind with weathered beams and a hayloft that smelled like dust and forgotten summers. Surrounded by friends who'd seen me through the worst and family who'd stitched me back together. It was beautiful, perfect even, until it wasn't. Until Ellie, my 9-year-old half-sister, and Karen, my stepmom, turned my wedding into a battlefield and left me bleeding in the wreckage. I'm a child of divorce, the kind where the split at 10 left me ping-ponging between Mom's quiet apartment and Dad's new life. He remarried Karen when I was 13, a woman with a tight smile and a knack for making me feel like an outsider in my own skin. They had Tommy when I was 16, sweet, gangly, always trailing me like a shadow, and Ellie when I was 20, a whirlwind of curls and demands, who came into the world, screaming and never stopped. I love them, my half-siblings, in that messy, jagged way you love people who share your blood but not your scars. Dad, David, tried to bridge it all, but he's softer now, worn down by years and Karen's edges. The wedding was ours, mine and Mark's, a chance to carve something whole out of my fractured past. We'd been planning it for a year. Every Sunday dinner at Dad's house peppered with talk of flowers, vows, the junior groomsman gig for Tommy, the junior bridesmaid role for Ellie. It was light, easy, until one night, months before the big day, when everything shifted. We're at Dad's, the kitchen warm with roast chicken and the hum of small talk, Mark's arms slung over my chair. Tommy's cracking jokes, Ellie's giggling, and I'm basking in it. This patchwork family I fought to hold on to. Then Dad clears his throat, that gravelly sound that always means pay attention, and the room tilts. We've got something to ask you, he says, eyes steady on me. Since we're funding most of the wedding. My fork hovers, Mark's hand stiffens on my shoulder, and I'm waiting, heart thudding. Karen shifts in her seat. Tommy stares at his plate like he's ashamed, and Ellie's grinning up at Dad, all teeth and glee. I'm getting older, he goes on, voice thick, and who knows what's ahead. It'd mean the world to me if you'd let me and Ellie have a separate father-daughter dance. The words land like a fist to my chest. I'm speechless, mouth dry, staring at him while the room shrinks around me. A separate dance? At my wedding? I'd have to think about it, I manage. Voice small, but I'm not sure I'm comfortable with that. Dad's face hardens, a flicker of hurt crossing it. Why not? Why can't you just let me and your sister have our moment? I blink, heat rising, and it spills out before I can stop it, because it's my wedding, Dad. My day, mine and Mark's, where it's about us getting married, not splitting the spotlight. Ellie's face crumples, and she starts bawling, loud, hiccuping sobs. You're ruining my day, she wails. But just want to dance with Daddy. My gut twists, guilt clawing at me, and I'm stammering. I'm sorry. It's not fair to me either. But Karen cuts in, voice sharp as a blade. You had a father-daughter dance at my wedding, Lena. You should be grateful for our generosity, repay some kindness. I'm dumbfounded, the air sucking out of me. My temper, the one I've spent years taming, flares hot. That was Dad's wedding. I snap. 15 years ago. I was his daughter, not some side act. This is my day. The table goes silent. Ellie sobs the only sound. Dad's eyes plead with me. Please, boo, please, and I can't breathe under the weight of it. Mark squeezes my hand, and we're out the door 10 minutes later, the car ride a blur of his quiet support and my churning rage. They're out of line, he says. voice steady. I'm not letting my brothers dance with my mom. Why should you share your dad? I nod, tears burning, but the sting of Ellie's wails and Karen's jab about gratitude won't leave me. I want to scream, to claw back the simplicity of those Sunday dinners, but it's gone. Wedding day dawns, and I shove it all down. No one's brought it up since, not Dad, not Karen, and I let myself believe it's buried. The ceremony's a dream. Mark's vows trembling, my hands shaking as I slip the ring on his finger, the barn glowing with late summer light. Ellie's a brat through the morning, pouting and dragging her feet, but I brush it off. She's 9, shy around my loud friends and cousins who don't know her well. Tommy's a champ, tugging at his tie but grinning at me from the groomsmen line. I'm floating high on love and the promise of this new start until the reception. The dance floor's alive, laughter, clinking glasses, Mark spinning me until I'm dizzy. Then it's time for the father-daughter dance. Dad steps up, his suit wrinkled, but his smile wide, and we sway to some old song he used to hum when I was little. I'm crying. Big, messy tears. Because it's him and me, the man who patched my knees and held me through the divorce. The one constant in a life that's split too many times. He's crying too, pulling me into a hug as the song fades, and for our heartbeat, it's perfect. Then the music shifts, something bouncy, kid-friendly. Ushering's there, ushering Ellie to the center. She grabs my hand, yanking me back, and my tears turn sour, disappointment flooding in like a tide. They dance, Dad and Ellie, her giggles piercing the air, his face lit with a joy that stabs me. The crowd cheers, clapping, my cousins whooping, but I'm silent, rooted where Karen left me. My moment. Mine and Dad's, shattered, handed to a 9-year-old who's twirling like she owns it. Mark's beside me, hand tight on mine, but I can't look at him. Mom storms over, her face a thundercloud, and drags me to the bathroom, dabbing at my ruined makeup with a tissue. That was bullshit, she hisses, hands shaking. Karen humiliated you. I ought to slap her. I nod, choking on sobs, the mirror showing a bride I don't recognize, hollowed out. Tommy finds me later, slipping through the crowd to wrap his skinny arms around me. I told them not to do it, he whispers, voice fierce. I love you. It's a lifeline, that hug, his loyalty cutting through the fog. But it's not enough to fix what's broken. The night ends. Cake smeared, guests stumbling out, and Mark and I leave for our honeymoon, a week of sun and sand that's supposed to heal me. It doesn't. I'm quiet, staring at waves while he sleeps, replaying Ellie's dance, Karen's grip, Dad's smile, none of it mine anymore. Back home I block them. Dad, Karen, their number's gone from my phone. They try through Mom, through cousins, but I'm done. Tommy's my lifeline now, texting me scraps of news. Dad's moping, Karen's pissed, Ellie's oblivious. He's depressed, Tommy writes one night. Won't leave his room, says he messed up. My heart twists. Guilt, anger, love all knotted together. But I can't unblock him. Can't face the apology I know won't come. Mom's furious still, raging at Karen over coffee. But she softens when she sees me. You're not wrong, she says. But he's your dad. Think about it. I don't want to think. I want to think. I want to feel whole again. Weeks turn to months, and the silence grows heavy. Mark's patient, holding me when I cry, but I see the strain. He misses Tommy, worries about me. I miss Tommy too. His goofy texts, but I can't untangle him from them yet. Thanksgiving hits, and Mom begs me to come. Ellie's sorry, she says, even if she won't say it. I doubt that, but I go, dragging Mark along, stepping into Dad's house like it's a trap. He's there thinner, eyes sunken, and Ellie's bouncing around, oblivious. Karen's all fake smiles, offering me pie like nothing's happened. Dad hugs me, tentative, and whispers, I didn't mean it to go like that. It's not enough. Not the iron. But something. Ellie dances past, giggling, and I flinch, the memory sharp. Dinner's stiff, but she doesn't mention the wedding, doesn't steal the air again. Tommy sticks close, whispering, I've got your back, and I cling to that. Later, Dad finds me by the porch, voice low. I should have listened, he says, eyes wet. It was your day. I nod, throat tight, but don't forgive, not fully. The hurt's a scar now, deep and ridged, but it's mine to carry. But it's... Christmas comes, and I'm softer. Mark's steady hand, Tommy's grin pulling me through. Dad calls unblocked now, and we talk. Short. Stilted, but real. Ellie's there when I visit, shy for once, and I let her hug me, her small arms a question I don't answer. Karen's distant, and I'm fine with that. The dance still stings, every memory of that night laced with her twirl, but it's fading. Dulled by time and the family I'm building with Mark. I'm not the asshole here, not entirely, but I'm not the hero either. I'm just Lena, holding my ground, finding my peace in the cracks they left behind.